I haven't been out in a while. How can I improve my culinary skills?
The essence of the Ame no Ma is to have the patience to mount patience and unrelenting willpower.
Alright, I'm just gonna begin. I don't have much time. I don't want to exceed 12 again.
Humidity level. We're here! This is the yak.
Traveler! It's been a while.
Hello.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Thank you. We'll take you up on that over. Can we take a walk in the courtyard?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks!
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say?
Ma'am, can I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you. What would you like to know?
How are the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato these days?
Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss
It's raining.
Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the Commissioner's behalf. As for the Commissioner himself, Well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although, he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
So pretty much business as usual in the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Very much so.
Ayato is still the Yashiro commissioner, Ayaka is still the lady of the house, no changes there. As far as I can see, nothing's changed in the Yashiro commission either. I was expecting as much, but it's still a big relief to know that the Kamisato siblings are both safe and well.
Well, got any more questions?
That's all for now, many thanks.
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm
It's
sure
raining.
you must be far
And there's
too
lightnings.
busy
How is this
to have
normal?
time for that. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and how much she admires you. I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us all.
He's showing the castle and the island with a bunch of lightnings before. I forgot its name. I'm flattered.
I mean it. Whenever the commissioner dines
Rain
at
stop.
home, Toma always joins him. I always find myself at my most relaxed when I'm serving the two of them and listening to them chat away. The commissioner has such a busy schedule that he doesn't always have the chance to take his meals at home. But given the opportunity, he always prefers to dine here. They say it's because Toma's a much better chef than most. Oh, the commissioner is so fond of home comforts. They get to talking about you sometimes too, you know. Always with a very fond tone. The way one would talk about dear old friends around whom one can truly be themselves. Miss Kamisato occasionally joins them as well. Whenever the whole family gets together and they start talking about people they've met and experienced, it's been
I'm sorry, she's so
many years
slow.
now since the late Mr. and Mrs. Kamisato passed away. As someone who is old and gray enough to have watched their son and daughter grow up, so in the future, if you ever do have the time, please know you are always very welcome at the Yashiro Commission headquarters. There will
Thank you. The people of
always be
Kamisato
at least
clan
one
are
old
very dear
lady.
friends to me.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Paimon likes it. Paimon's itching to try it.
Of course.
Alright, goodbye for now. Where
Tatarasuna.
are we going next? Great! Goodbye, ma'am! Don't worry, we'll see ourselves.
All right then.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
Oh, it's different. Seirai Island. And over here. I really think I'm only playing for a few.
Well,
Oh, it's that
here
guy.
we are. But
Hey, engineer.
what are we looking for?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
he looks different.
Xavier? What are you doing here?
Or maybe I just remember him differently.
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Do you know much about Tatarsuna?
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
How well do you understand the history of this area?
Like the back of my hand. Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here.
Go on, I'm listening.
Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tatarasuna starts a long time ago. I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation, goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Mechanic, huh? Looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace, leading to all the ensuing chaos.
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna?
I am.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Pretty much. So, can I ask one more question?
Sure, go ahead.
Have you ever heard of a kabukimono connected to Tatarasuna?
A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
So, there's no more kabukimono. Did the Balladeer really manage to erase himself from history completely? If so, he must have wanted to change the world and revert everything back to the way it was. But so far, it looks like the majority of changes have only affected himself. Thank you, Xavier.
Of course! Don't mention it.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than
Xavier.
happy to help. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for.
Time to go back and see Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
Sure, but what's up with you? Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile.
Alright.
Come on. Alright.
Blah blah blah. Let's get this.
Hey, it's them!
What? Why are they angry looking?
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Are you still talking about the essay?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last time.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh?
Oh
Should
yeah,
we join
it's
them?
changed. I wonder what they know. Perfect. These two have researched Tatarasuna's past. Let's hear what they have to say.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
The article that you let me read last time was great. Can I read it again? I didn't read it last time.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, there's no point of me reading this. I didn't read a lot. Oh, this one's highlighted.
I
I
presume
didn't
you'll
read
want to
that
read
one.
mine as well?
Hopefully the traveler summarizes for me. The content has changed, and under effect of tampering with the information, the balladeer said he'd erased 2 of his names. If he really succeeded, it must have taken all of his might. But still,
Well, what do you think?
a
Hey,
masterpiece.
Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Inazuma.
Sure.
What did you find out? Something big?
It's a long story. Basically,
You tell the 2 writers what you learned about the Raiden Code that
Wow.
Hudden.
So many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amenoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
and they're back at it. These guys are really into this.
We've got some things to take care of. Bye for now.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the information.
Welcome.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do.
What? Alright. This way.
Nahida, we're here! Traveler, Paimon, how have you been? Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up.
Does she
and
remember?
then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
I was investigating the situation with the balladeer.
The balladeer?
Yeah,
It
doesn't
sounds
remember.
like some kind of code name.
Oh no.
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Even Nahida doesn't remember, just like last time. Any changes to Irminsul affect her as well. The Balladeer acted quickly. He finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. I'm the only one who still remembers the things that were erased. Once again, I am the record keeper.
Traveler? Hey!
What now?
What's wrong?
There are things that
You look
have
so
happened
upset.
that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. He's back to get distorted. It was broken and scattered across time. There once was one named the Balladeer, created by the Electro Archon. He was a puppet who lived among men. After the series of events in Tatarasuna, the Balladeer, thinking that he had thrice betrayed, left Inazuma to roam the world beyond. With no trust for humans, and only loathing for the gods, he bore his grudge for years as he grew in strength. Then returned to Inazuma to take his revenge. He tried in vain to become a deity with a gnosis, and ended up losing everything. Finally, he entered Irminsul and learned the truth behind his betrayal. Knowing now that his entire life was built on lies, he did the unthinkable in an attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past. But how was he even able to do that?
I'm not saying anything.
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeruu's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality. So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because... What? Yes.
Change the world, not just the memory?
Speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The Traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect her. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
You can say that again.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer. I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
I'm really not sure. We were enemies after all. I don't know his perspective on all this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. Did he want to reset everything, or save someone, or did he want to completely undo his existence? Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there is to it. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me, specifically, and my hesitation gave him his answer. I hesitated because I witnessed Greater Lord Lucatevata erase her own existence. But I can't tell Nahida that. To put it another way, I know why the Balladeer was so sure it could work. But I can't tell them that.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
He chose such a radical option, and yet...
It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Yes.
Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. The story makes sense, every part of it. The Balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the Doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left. Yeah, It does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends.
Who's this? Oh, sorry, I can't. I'm doing story.
It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Yeah, I changed the world in many ways, and yet the dead still didn't get a second chance. Those fated to a tragic end could not be saved. What exactly did he want to fight back against? The betrayals in his life? Or did he wish he'd never existed at all?
Please wait a moment. I want to check something. Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything she has told us. What is it? A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Surprisingly, the information is presented to you in a way that resembles a fairy tale.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
This matches everything I said.
I authored this record myself. Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer? When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else. Hold on. So this record survived from the past? Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki-mono in other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the balladeer entered Irminsul. That's incredible! What a great idea! And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew she'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one she told us. The now erased life of the balladeer.
We're watching it.
There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans.
Which one's the balladeer?
The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure.
Oh, I see.
The
It's the
monster
doctor.
gave a heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good. Never
It's the first time I
again
heard
would
about
it
the bird.
cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different. We solved it! I remember now. This is not just the balladeer's story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered. It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. The balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail, that Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
You never had this feeling before. It feels like life is as insignificant as a feather.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, this is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along. Yeah, Nahira's right. Cheer up! How about we go get something to eat? Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take her out for a walk to clear her head? You got it! Come on, Traveler! You need to get out of your head for a while. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar! That'll be sure to lift our spirits.
Why do I have a feeling we're
Really
gonna see
tough
him?
being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you.
I got it. I got the entrance right.
We're here! What should we eat first?
I have a nagging feeling like there's something I'm missing, something important that I'm forgetting.
Hey, are you gonna answer or what?
Sorry, it's just give me a minute. I'm still processing.
Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff.
Come on, brain, let's dig this out. It's gonna be in there somewhere. It was something about Irminsul and deleting oneself. Greater Lord Lukadevata, Forbidden Knowledge, Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured?
Shh. Yes, that was it. Greater Lord Lukadevata. She said that no one can erase themselves from existence. Not even her. Otherwise, why would she need to create her own reincarnation in Lesser Lord Kusanali to do the deletion for her? There would be no point.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Yes. So you're just deleting information, changing information, but not the actual fact, right? No, I can't tell Paimon. She doesn't know about the Greater Lord Lukadevata. But this is a crucially important detail. It's simply not possible for the Balladeer to completely erase his own existence. In which case, the question is, what happened to him?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's
weird.
the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
It's so timid.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That guy is the Balladeer.
He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsettias, was it? I'll be right back.
Wait till you see the look on his face.
Hey, what do we do now?
Let's follow him.
Okay, stay out of...
Really? Can we just, hey yo, what's up? What you been doing? I see you got a new outfit. Oh, there's a freaking waypoint right there. Could have used it.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the Balladeer...
Shush!
Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
If I wasn't seeing this with my own eyes, I would never believe it.
Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
Don't tell me he doesn't remember. Huh, I guess that would make sense.
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
You're right, we were following you.
Have we met before?
Oh,
No, we haven't met. But you know me?
yes.
I have no recollection.
It's complicated, but I do know you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it. Are we just gonna break it? Oh. We're doing that, huh? Alright, you're a puppet.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
Yeah, we're just gonna do this to him, huh?
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
There's somewhere I want to take you.
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want.
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's odd.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with
Alright.
you.
Then let's return to the city.
I mean, he has a pretty peaceful life, right? So, I wonder what we're gonna do.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't...
What's happening?
No. You're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
Finale? Is it really? Somehow I doubt it. I don't like this. It's like... I wonder what the conclusion is. Are we like just breaking his genjutsu or something? We're gonna break him out? I mean, he's living quite chill. If we're gonna give him those memories back, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't know.
What's wrong?
Found him.
Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
Tell us, Lord Kusanagi, what happened in the Grand Bazaar.
You say that you were trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called previous incarnation. Oh, like a past life or something?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation?
Oh, there goes the question.
Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation.
We're just trying to think where to start.
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear.
Yeah. I don't know why we're telling him this, though.
But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Oh, unless he's willing, of course.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That's actually very, what's the word for that? Well, that's really a lot of wisdom.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
We were each other's enemies.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
Good question.
So frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met
Why
on
are you
the
so
street.
upset? You don't
He's got
remember
so
shit.
much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even
That's a
though
lot
it
of
will cause your
resolve.
present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish. Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Yep.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Okay.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Teleport.
No matter what lies ahead, I'll face it. Whatever it takes. I'm just sorry that you have to join me for the whole thing.
It's so weird. He's so polite.
It's time to get ready.
It's definitely a different timeline. All right, begin.
This looks like Inazuma. Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful. Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a good thing we came along.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
And now we're just finishing the job.
All right. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here. Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace? You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna. And the rest is history. Well, in the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident. Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Treasure. Find us something to do.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
What'd that do?
Leave it all to me.
Nice trap.
Huh? What are we doing back here?
I hear voices.
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever. This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together. What happened to the child then? He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too. The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
These traps, they're trying.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting.
Jester.
What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. You could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
This is trouble. Finally, some quiet.
Well met.
Shiver!
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Mark 2! Animal test 6308.
My duty.
Ooh, I remember this place.
This place is dark.
Gnosis moment?
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma. In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the balladeer here. Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar.
I remember this. It was an unsettling place.
Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the Doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Stand clear. Absorption test.
Oh, there's one.
Leave it all to me. Time to clean up. Let me amuse myself. Here come the fireworks. You can't run.
So soon.
Ow.
Look at me. Just once more. Looks like we've arrived in Sumeruuu. Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
He's a doctor. He's behind all of this.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Pine. Let's move on.
There's a lot of teleporting. I just hope this is the last chapter, or last part.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass.
Are you saying...
Can you return my memories to me?
Oh.
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next.
Oh, what's happening? He's twitching.
But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Is this the true meaning of Greater Lord Ducadevato's words? A person can't erase themselves, and even though the original Balladeer is gone, this person will live on in his place. Are a person's sins an inescapable part of their destiny too?
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul-searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours. You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This This is my...
Is he alright?
Oh yeah, they're still in the dream realm. Ooh, dull blade.
Hey! Are you done yet?
Diamond.
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
Yin and yang. What's that?
Die.
What's that symbol? I don't recognize that.
This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back now?
Questions?
How does this work?
Behold! Sworn Fury. At my command, you shall fall!
Bro, I don't know how to fight this. Oh, floating.
Insignificant past! Quick follow. Feeble human! Quit following me. My endless cycle begins!
I'm floating, like... Oh, for fuck's sake.
Up on the gale. Behold! Feeble human! Insignificant past! Unsightly insects! How amusing! Perish! The wind rises. At my command, you shall fall. Insignificant past.
I didn't understand that.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared.
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
Now you've recovered your memories, the past will catch up with you.
You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Welcome back, Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer. It feels like we just went on a really long journey. You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it.
You don't go by Balladeer anymore?
After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the sixth is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
Let's call it a tactical retreat.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeruuu and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it.
Nahida doesn't see you that way.
Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well.
Thank you. Let's hope you can find some answers.
I will try.
Traveler.
Yes?
After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma?
Because I wanted to know what you'd changed.
So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how. Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back.
Please don't make it sound like I'm extorting you.
Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to 0. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
I hope you can give Nahida a chance.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for...
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Heck yeah.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate? Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you too!
Why?
Because...
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
Oh, you want us to decide?
No! Paimon only does nicknames! If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Are we actually typing?
Have you got anything?
Name change rules. You can obtain the item an appellative stroke from the Archon Quest interlude in version of Genesis, which will allow you to change Aeons Adrift, Wanderer Animo's name. Please take note that some names cannot be utilized in this change. Once you have named this character, some interface in the game going forward will display the name that you have chosen. There's a limit on the number of times you can name these characters, so do so with care. Disclaimer. Travelers, please ensure that you follow our terms of service, creation content discriminates, and restrict your use of the game services if you do not follow the rules. This may include suspension, restriction, and name reset. Of course, in this connection. Should be nickname or full name? Oh, probably just full name. That's the original name, right? What was the other name? It's too long. I can't. Like, what if there's another dialogue, right? You can't just. I don't want to read this every time. Wait, let me research. Quick research. Wait, really? Okay. All right. Wait. Damn it. No. I'm just gonna go with this.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. If you say so.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
Still thinking. Stop rushing me.
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one.
What do you plan to do next?
Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
That includes the doctor. I'm looking forward to that.
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeruuu for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, Please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you. Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been.
Not.
What's that look for? Don't make that face. I know what I'm doing. That day will come. Alright. We're done here. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone. What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down. Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore.
There were some bumps along the way, but it's all over now.
So we can finally go eat? Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
It's over. That's actually nicely short. That's good, that's good. I'd rather have smaller chapters actually. That's a problem for streaming. Actually, maybe it's not just for streaming, because if you're so hooked on a chapter or on a part, you can't just stop. You don't feel like stopping.
I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
Return to the resting place. Okay, there's more. I'm just gonna fly there. Going the wrong way.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
I'll buy some delicious treats as a reward.
Wow, great! Huh? Look at that vase.
Well, what about it?
Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? Like, Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
The night we stayed here, Paimon bumped into the table after being startled by something to do with the Balladeer and broke the vase. But the Balladeer erased his existence. He changed the world, so why is this vase still broken? That's what I've been saying.
You sound lost and confused.
Who's that?
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this
Wait, is
would
this Celestia?
find their mind overwhelmed.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
To Paimon as well?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance. But for anyone else, who can say? When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate, like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
That voice is familiar.
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere?
Leave my eyes. Does she mean I should trust my memories?
Anyway, that face is still lying there broken on the ground. It feels wrong just leaving it there.
I wonder what else awaits me in the future. Version of Genesis completed. Oh, the renaming one. That's it. Okay. Still have an hour, but I don't want to start a new quest with only an hour left. Actually, I don't have an hour, just a half. So I'm gonna just do some commissions. All those dailies. Alright, so if anyone wants to join, now's the time. I'll just be farming. If you want to farm around, you can do that. Can I message people? I don't know. I don't even know what to farm. I have these. I just crafted this. What do you call this again? Condensed resin, but I'm pretty satisfied with my artifacts. I guess I could farm some money. Oh. Well, I forgot about that. I don't play Genshin much these days, so I keep forgetting. Where's my coins? I have 1.5 million. Oh, it's this tree again. We'll be done. So, I never got any commissions in Sumeruuu yet. I don't know why. Maybe I Am I supposed to, like, open that first? I see the error of my ways. Forgot about that. Use Anemo or Hydro to clean the deck. Easy. They just give me free work. Huh? Oh, these charges.
Animal test 6308.
I haven't done this in a long time, I didn't remember. Finished. Next. Fight, yes. I should probably do a boss fight, yeah. But oh fuck, you can't use condensed resin in a boss fight.
Stand clear. Animal test 6308. Steady as judgment. Shiver. Yeah.
Easy. How far is this one? Pretty far. It's not on fire, sadly.
Another test subject.
You can't run. Stand clear.
Oh, no.
Animal hypostasis simulation. Go Bishop 2. Fire hazard. Animal test 6308. Judgment.
Should replace my hammer. Done.
Replace my hammer. Now we had fire. Pancakes. What pancakes? No pancakes? Shit. Where is it? Don't have flour. Maybe I should just farm artifacts? I don't know. I don't like doing that.
Zip. Huh? You can't run!
I like doing that. Next. Wait, is that the last one? What? Could have sworn it was only 3. Alright, I'll be playing until 11:30. That's 21 minutes. 21 minutes left. Sorry.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
I don't know why, but I've always used Diona for some reason, so I just kept doing it. And now I don't remember why. I don't have many materials anymore. I don't farm as much. Ooh.
Someone needs assistance.
Permanent resin. Okay. Spend the resin either on money or what's available today anyway. I probably need that. Yeah, that's what I need. Oh, it's Sunday today. I thought it was Saturday. I could farm whatever. Well, I can't farm bosses anymore. I just spent all of it in condensed resin. Oh well. Okay. Lightning and fire. Catching. I don't like this one. Maybe if I ate something for that. Stamina. Here. Something with stamina region. It's only climbing and sprinting. Why is it so specific? Alright. Maybe I should up the damage as well.
to me. Incoming. Cut to the chase.
Holy shit, the damage.
Speed of light. Hey!
And out of stamina.
Incoming. With sword comes shadow. Steady as stone, as a dutiful maid would. Speed of light. To the chase. Don't blink. Hey! Swirl, Mark 2. Speed of light.
At least they're both bunched up.
Absorption test. Animo test 6308. Incoming. Leave it all to me. With sword comes shadow. Hey! As a good knight should. Speed of light. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Good bishop down! The field is good!
Damn it.
I must leave no...
No, I lost the foot.
Speed of light! With sword comes shadow. Incoming! Hey! Absorption test! Stand clear! As a dutiful maid would. I'll catch up. Speed of light. Enhanced animal module. Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
Feels good when you do it smoothly. Although not as perfect, but still. Couldn't keep the fire on it.
Don't blink! Got lucky that time. With sword comes shadow. Steady as stone. Time to clean up. Time for a light show.
No, don't change targets. Where'd the other one go? Dead?
Speed of light. Hey!
Shit.
Don't blink. Nowhere to hide. Incoming. Stand clear. Absorption test. Speed of light. Here come the fireworks. Fire hazard. Animal hypostasis and you.
No, I got the ice.
Cut to the chase.
17. No.
Leave it all to me. Don't blink. Stand clear. Hey!
Damn it.
Nowhere to hide.
Did they heal? What happened?
Speed of light.
New spawn.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Oh, the
as a
armor,
good knight
that's-
should. Someone needs assistance. Don't blink.
What the heck happened?
Speed of light. Steady as stone. Animo test 6308. Absorption. Fuse is lit. A festive reprise. Incoming. Hey! With sword comes shadow. Speed of light. I must leave no stone unturned. As a dutiful maid. Incoming. Hey! Enhanced animal module.
There we go.
Don't blink. Time for a light show. Cut to the chase. Incoming.
And that's it. Mhm. 2 hours. Not so bad. I don't know how much I streamed last week. It feels like an hour. Only an hour. I hope in the future they expand Mondstadt. It is still my favorite region. Maybe I will like Fontaine. It looks like they're kind of similar. So I need to make 9 out of 16. Oh. So that's 6, 7. I need 7. Perfect. And I get an extra. Let's crown this shit. I don't know. I still don't want to go overboard farming these. They're not perfect. Look at this, HP and HP. But it does have crit damage. HP, but crit rate. Yeah, still don't want to go overboard with it. Maybe at another time. Who's in the banner right now? Banner. Oh, it's still down. What? Only 2 days left. There's Noel over there, but I'm too scared to wish because I'm pretty sure I have the pity and the 50-50. Win on the 50-50. So I'd rather not risk it. Maybe here? I don't know. Yeah. Just gonna wait for that Fontaine character's banner with the gun. Chlorind. Yeah. I'm saving for her. Oh yeah, that's it for this stream, I guess. I'm glad I finished it. Way before 12. I always plan to go to go offline at 11:30. And I'm on time this time, which is great. So yeah, that's the end of this stream. Thank you very much for watching and stopping by. I appreciate it, and I'll see you all on the next stream. Adios and take care. Probably should have named him Kuni. That's a lot shorter. Maybe I'll change it. I don't know. Alright, adios.